righty. Good morning. Good morning. It is Saturday, and we like to do our Experience Secret Saturday on Saturdays to be able to bring our products and share information and share stories about how we like them, what they're doing for our bodies. And my name is Carrie. Good morning. Hello. If you're watching this recording, I've got a handful of friends here that have volunteered to kind of share with me today, to share with you things that we found with Seacret, with our product lines that we love, that we use. And I'm just going to highlight a few products today and then let these ladies share their stories. But the reason I want to highlight a few products is because there's a little history and a little story behind what we do here. So if you were all brand new and you were in the room, I would want to go to every single one of you and ask what you're looking for and what you might be searching for as far as solutions. But I think since we're not in the living room together, when you find out what some of these solutions have been, you might be inspired with the product line that we're going to share with you. Okay. So we started off with a group of us thinking that, we were just going to try something and see what it did for us. And we had some fantastic results, and we grew and grew and grew because we shared the stories. And we have a business now where we actually help people feel good, look good, and experience the world. And we get paid to do that, which is kind of fun. So that's part of what we're doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and do some screen share briefly here, just to bring you up to speed with who we are, why we're here, and what we're doing. Please tell me you can see the screen. Let me see. Home, slideshow from the beginning. Here we go. See the Seacret, the lifestyle company. Nodding head, Brenda. Can you see it? Awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. So I redid these slides recently, so I'm just going to ask for forgiveness in advance if they're screwy. But this is really a little bit about who we are. And I'm not here to just to deliver information. We're going to be sharing some stories. But how many guys have heard of Seacret before? Even the ladies that are on with me, had you heard of Seacret before you got introduced to it recently? Had you seen it in the malls? I had seen it in the malls years ago, and it was really like one of those places like in the Arizona Center where it's kind of an outside mall in Phoenix. And come to find out, that was one of their early on kiosks. But it's pretty cool where they came from. They made $1 billion brand for themselves before they even went to direct sales. So some people, they may not have heard about Seacret, but if you were ever in malls and you got approached by somebody saying, come, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? They say, come. And you say, what? Are your nails real or fake? That's really what they started. They started with this amazing nail buffer. There's the first story. Can you believe it? The nail buffer. Ladies, have you used a nail buffer before? Yeah, we probably have. Yes. This one, I don't know why it's magic, but it is. So I'll share with you how it works. So somebody nice would come to you and then they'd say, can I borrow your thumb? So we're going to let you borrow my thumb. And it is abused and beat, and I need a manicure, and my toes look better than my thumb right now. So it has, what I love about it has directions. I have short-term memory issues, so I love the directions. And it tells you what side to use first. You rub the blue side and it's going to kind of smooth out, some ridges and stuff. And you just give it a little buff, right? And then you go to the gray side and that's going to smooth it out even more. And there's probably some technical terms that I don't know. All I know is I just buff it a little bit and then it smooths out the little, if you've got any ridges. And then the white side is where you really, and if you can hear it, I don't know where my speaker is. Can you hear it squeaky, squeaky? Then you know it's shiny, shiny. See? Well, let's see if you can make that look. There we go. A little shine going on versus this one. How do you do it? That one's shinier, isn't it? Yay! All right, we did a successful nail demo. Congratulations. If you were in my living room, I would have you do this yourself. And I would say, oh yeah, check that out. And then compare your thumbs. And you're going to go, wow, how simple is that? Are you a gardener? Does anybody else garden like me? I don't do the fake nails. They drive me crazy. So this is the answer. If you don't like to do nail polish, this is the answer. So for those natural girls like me, I go through these a little bit. You guys like the nail buffer? Started right there in these beautiful kiosks. Isn't that crazy? And then we've got written up in magazines. I should grab the marker and circle this, but right here is one of our age-defy creams in Vogue. Here's our Recover mask. We're going to talk about that today. In these different beauty magazines, K-Beauty is big. Gosh, Korean beauty, it's huge. Marie Claire, so you don't get put in these beauty magazines unless you got something good, right? So this is what it is. And what's so unique about our stuff, especially the skincare, is it does come from the Dead Sea. So there's something about the Dead Sea that is magical. It's 1,300 feet below sea level, 21 minerals in that water. It's more concentrated than regular seawater as far as the salt content. Obviously, at 33% salt, you float. People go there for the float, for the soak, for the mud, right? And I know there's people here that have been there, so I'm gonna let you chat about it. Seacret combines the power of the Dead Sea with the latest skincare technologies, and those exclusive minerals that are there are put in our product, and they do something magic. They just do. I don't know. All I know is I like this stuff better than the other stuff I used to use because it performs. It gives better results in all areas. So I know that, I think it's Cindy. Did you say you'd been to the Dead Sea? Okay, do you want to share with us what it's like to experience this? Is that
Sure.
you?
Sure. Yeah. So I was coming back after I went to Israel. I was going to have neck surgery. So I was in a lot of pain already. And I was on pain medicine. And we went to the Dead Sea, and it wasn't as pretty as this where we were, but it didn't matter because the mud, we put it all over our bodies. We floated in the water. You really can't sink. And when I got out and rinsed off, and for like an hour and a half, I'm going to say the word because it was the Dead Sea, I had no pain in my body. It was the mud and the salt, and it was just, my skin was so soft. You would think with the salt that it would be dry and cracky.
Huh.
No, I would live there. I would live there and go and do that every day. I would.
Do they give you a time limit when you're there? Like, don't stay in the
Well,
water so long, or how does that go?
no. We're just on a tour though, so that was our limit. Some
Oh,
people didn't go in. I'm going, why not?
right.
And it was like, why aren't you going? Well, because they didn't want to put bathing suits on or whatever. It's like, who cares? It's like, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was, yeah.
And you've only
And
been
I
one
came
time?
home, yeah. And I came home with a bunch of Dead Sea products, like a mud facial thing and some stuff with gold in it and stuff. And it was very expensive, but it was worth every penny of it.
And was
Yep.
that the Seacret brand?
No, it was
Okay.
Israeli brand. It
They have
was
other brands.
whatever they were making there.
Yep. Very
Yep.
cool. Very cool. And would you go back again?
Like I said, I would live there
You could go
if
there.
I
You could live
could.
there.
I'm trying to figure out if I have any Jewish or Hebrew in me so I can buy property and go move there. But I
Hey.
don't think I do.
Oh,
So
shoot.
yeah, I know.
So they have that prerogative. So when you went, did you also, besides floating in the water, did you put the mud all over your body too?
Oh
The
yeah.
mud?
Oh yeah. Everywhere. You just can't get in your eyes because it burns like crazy
Because
because
of
the
the salt?
salt content.
Mhm.
Yeah. But we had mud. We had people put mud on our backs. I put it all over my neck. I put it where I hurt. It was like I have pictures of me. You can just see I'm just black or brown, I guess. Brown, covered with that mud, and it was amazing. And I brought home a salt rock, which I still have, and it sits on my bedstand
Perfect.
to
There she
remind
is.
me. There, that's exactly what I didn't look like that, but I I looked something like that,
Something like
covered in
that.
mud. Yeah. It
That's
was lovely. It was
lovely.
lovely.
Thank you for sharing. Awesome,
Hmm.
awesome. And this is what we're talking about, what the minerals that are in the product. This is an example of a couple of our favorite ones to share besides the nail buffer. A lot of people will go to a salt and oil scrub like you see there. That's what's making those feet look a lot softer. On the right, on the bottom there, that's 1 foot without and 1 foot with it. So if you were at the house here, I'd have you take a scoop of this. And if you have some at home and you want to play along, go for it. This is one of those plays you could take the phone into the bathroom and do this yourself just watching this. So, we're going to take a little bit of this and we're going to rub it on our body. Now, the salt and oil scrub is for the neck down, right? So look at the softness that those feet have. I mean, how many guys realize we're not supposed to like catch our sheets with our heels? They're supposed to be smooth. I know I'm not the only one. What in the world? So, and sometimes marriages are saved by softer feet, right? So who has a story they want to share with us about the body butter and the salt and oil? I'm just rubbing this on my hand, and I would do this neck down, especially focus on the dry areas, elbows, you know, and I didn't even put water on. Did you notice? I just scooped it and put it right in. It'll melt with your body temperature eventually if you keep doing this. But I have a towel down here, so I can just brush it off onto the towel. But then you have this leftover, residual of the oil, so you don't even have to put, anything else on if you don't want to. But I think, is it Brenda? One of you guys here has a story on this. Maybe it was Joanie with you talked about your crepey skin, right, Joanie? Was that with you with the body butter and the salt and oil? Would you like to share? I don't know if you got audio. You may have to type your story. But I'm pretty sure you're not muted, Joanie, if you want to talk. Nope. Okay. Anybody else?
Carrie?
Oh, there you are. Joe has one. Go for it.
Yeah, actually, the salt and oil and the body butter is what I used when I had that horrible rash after COVID, and basically disposed of it. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. And it was horrible. I had it on my arms. Remember, you saw
I do
it.
remember.
I had it on my arms, and I had it on both ankles, and I had it on a place on my back. And that is exactly what I used, was the salt and oil. One time in the early process, I used the body mud, and that helped, but it, somebody said, I don't know, it might have been you or it might have been somebody else, but somebody said something about the salt and oil, and I thought, wouldn't that burn? And so I very gingerly put it on there, and it did not burn.
Very cool.
And then I always put it on in the shower, and I put a like a hand towel on the floor of the shower so that I can, I don't have to worry about the oil making the floor slippery. That's a hot tip for anybody that wants it, but
yes, smart tip.
I always worry about, slipping and falling. I know a number of people that have slipped and fallen in the shower. And so, but just put that on, and just put the salt and oil on when I get in there, and then just leave it for the entire shower. And then when I'm done with everything else, my hair and, all the rest of my body, then I rinse that off and stepped out and just kind of patted dry, and then went to the bedroom and put the body butter on. And I could see, just a little bit of help each time that I put it on there. But it did, like I said, it did whack it entirely. And so
awesome.
It's gone, and I am so thankful.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. It was frustrating for you. So very good. And I think it's just got to be that concentration of minerals that takes this to another level versus another similar product, because there's a lot of salt scrubs. There's a lot of body butters, right? I mean, shea butter's been around a long time, but this is more than, it's just, I love that it's got that extra. The mud soap is phenomenal. Look at that before after on the face. Just stripping the built up layers of debris that have trapped, it's amazing at pulling toxins. And then look at the little guy at the face. So I think this is normal. A lot of babies are dealing with stuff like this, and the body butter being so light and easy on their skin. It is a godsend for a lot of moms, right? So let me ask, these are questions that a lot of people have when we talk about skincare. So if you've got an issue with one of these, either nod or say something. These are basically concerns I think most of us have: aging skin, maturing skin, drying skin. That was a big concern for me. Some people have acne no matter what their age. There are issues. Acne happens, right? Sometimes it's hormonal, sometimes it's, bacterial. There's a lot of different stuff. And then dark puffy eyes, darker puffy eye circles, right? That's a big issue people have. Fine lines and wrinkles, and then environmental or sun damage. Would you guys agree those are pretty much the top concerns for women, and maybe not just women, but anybody? And then these are the lines that we have that we're going to discuss briefly that are really targeting for these areas. And we've got a vegan formulation now, which is very exciting. So it does allow us to fall in love with our skin. So I just did this recap right here. This first picture on the left, and I'm gonna go to you guys in a second here. This first picture on the left is what inspired me, upper left, inspired me to do this one on here on the bottom. Because when I first saw that lady, that's a before picture, that's 2 months, and then that's 3 years later on the right. Okay, that lady on the upper left. And then I saw the lady down here below with it was a peeling gel and a recover mask right there on the lady on the bottom. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, I'll try it. So I started putting pictures together from 2018 to 2020. That was for me huge. But then when I put this one next to even 2020, just a year later, the difference would to me, and I can see it in my own skin, it's easier in the mirror, right, than on a photograph. But the smoothness and all the concerns I had backing up to those concerns we just talked about, the maturing, aging skin, the fine lines, some damage, it's not there anymore. So I don't know, this is what I'd used. On the left-hand side, you'll see the deep cleansing facial wash and the purifying cleansing milk with the apricot seeds. That's a daily, I'm sorry, not a daily, but an exfoliator that you can use a couple times a week, but it's really rich and moisturizing. That's what I used. I washed and exfoliated, and I used a refresh moisturizer. Those three things are what I did pretty consistently with the balancing facial serum for the first 2 years. Okay. So the only picture I don't have in there is this balancing facial serum. So what does that tell you? Something from the foundational line, something from the Age Defy line. That's what I used for those first couple of years. The last year, I incorporated the red line that you see on the right, the Bio Shield. So the Bio Shield is my favorite, but I still love to mix and match. So just to share with you, that's what my journey did for me. And then this lady up here on the right, just 90 days clearing out some acne. That's significant, very significant. So do you know anybody who's battling some challenges with their skin, and maybe this could be solutions for them? And I did not realize that was much of a challenge to me until I put these pictures together and went, oh my gosh. For me, it's pretty significant, especially the scarring on the neck and the firming of the skin, because that BioShield line has done amazing things for firming, right? And then the recover. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to have you guys share some stories, but I wanted you to see what is going on with the product and how remarkable these things are and how fast they can work. Okay. Here's another example of some of our masks and treatments. This is 7 years, Liz down here on the bottom right, 7 years using the skincare. This is 15 minutes using one of our most popular masks, the Recover mask. So we've got different types, we've got different results. And I just love showing the pictures because they are worth 1,000 words. And here's my favorite one to show with Brenda, 3 weeks with that Bio Shield. So I'm going to have you talk, and I'm going to have Cindy talk, and I have Judy talk. So I just wanted to show the pictures, and then people could see what you're talking about, okay? And I'll come back to the men in a minute. But for now, let's do this. Let me just go ahead and I want to let each of you can start, Brenda, if you like. Tell us what your skincare story is. And then we're going to, after a couple of minutes with the skincare, we'll come back around to the nutrition, okay? Because right now we're just kind of highlighting on that. So tell us what you love, what you use, how you like it, what it does for you, what you've noticed since you started using it.
Okay, thank you. Well, first of all, I was one of those people who lived most of my life and didn't have a skincare routine. I mean, I really didn't even know what exfoliating was. I didn't take good care of my skin. I work outdoors. I very rarely wear makeup. I was lucky to put some sunscreen on my face, and wash it in the shower. And that was basically it. And when I was introduced to this skincare line, I started with some of the basic foundational lines as well, knowing that I needed to be moisturized because my skin is so terribly dry. And when I realized exfoliating would really brighten up that skin, that made a huge difference because I didn't have that dull, flaky look, because the moisturizer is not going to do anything if you're not getting rid of the dead skin to begin with. So, that's a learning curve, but, it took me a while, but I got into my routine, and then I started using the green line exclusively. And I really noticed that those deep set lines that I was getting, the crow's feet, They were diminishing. My skin was clearer. It was tighter, knocking off a few years in age and looking better and feeling better. And I was really, really happy with the results. That red line that Carrie Jo was just mentioning, when that came out, I knew I had to try it because I was very wowed by the pictures that I saw. And it's like, I'm going to try that. So although I have products that I love from the green line, I use just the BioShield exclusively because I wanted a true test of what it's really going to do and make the difference. And so the night and the morning, I did the layering thing, and I took that before and after picture, and I was pretty amazed at the results. And the skin tone was even. I do get a lot of sun, so I get, uneven skin tone. And so just to see it all just kind of even and firm and moisturized. And being in the sun all day, I felt moisturized even at the end of the day, with the sun and the wind and all those elements I'm in. My skin still felt great and moisturized even at the end of the day. And
That's
I was
just a
pretty,
mind blower.
I can't believe the results, but I love the line. And I do now mix and match my favorites because there's a couple of the products in the green line I love.
So
I
you
love
do
the
too?
moisturizer.
How do you do it? What do you mix and match?
Well, I normally use that same cleanser that you mentioned with the apricot seeds. I do like that.
It's nice.
So, and I do that daily.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that, and then I put on the first two of the red line. So that's the water, and then the Radiance Essence.
The essence.
And so I do those two first, and then what I normally do is an eye serum from the green line, okay, or the eye booster, okay, just to kind of help with the puffiness around the eyes.
Yes.
And then I follow up with the Refresh moisturizer for my moisturizer. And then before I go to bed, I always use that sleep mask. I love the sleep mask. Yeah.
So you put the Refresh and then the sleep mask on at the same time, or you use just this one at night?
Well, well, when I'm working outside, I put a thin layer of the sleep mask on over everything. Okay, because I think there's an added layer of protection from the elements.
Smart.
But I'm on summer vacation right now, so I'm not outside as much, but I do always use it at night. So I cleanse, I do the red line, and then I use the moisturizer, and then I use the sleep mask when I go to bed. So, and I wake up just feeling really moisturized. So
nice. Excellent.
yeah. Oh, and the Rewater also. I use the Rewater about 2 or 3 times a week. I love the Rewater.
Tell us what you love most about it. It's a very simple product, right? There's only like 5 ingredients.
It is. It's like half Dead Sea water and then half essential oils. And you shake it up really good. And it's on an eyedropper. And I just put a little bit on my hand. And then I basically rub it in around my eyes. Because that's, I think, the part that is the most aging for me is my eyes. And then right here around my lip lines. So it's just a nice, clean oil. I've just noticed that my skin is just not as puffy, and it just soaks in. And
soaks in, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have an oil residue, and don't you love the smell?
The smell is wonderful.
The
red line, the BioShield line itself has a beautiful scent too. It's kind of a lavender, so it's very calming. Yes. So it's wonderful before you go to bed.
Yeah, it's very calming because of that lavender, and it just relaxes you. And then even in the morning, you can still see the glow. It kind of gives you a glow, don't you think?
Yeah, when you get up in the morning and you wash your face, you can feel it. It's like, oh, I almost don't want to wash my face because it feels so good because it's still on there. It's so silky.
Awesome. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna stop sharing. Thanks so much for sharing. Now I want to go to Cindy because Cindy's got a pretty phenomenal skincare. Unless you want to just share nutrition, I can come to you in a minute. But I think you've got a great skincare story too.
Well, hello. Am I on? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I started, first I'm going to mention the shampoo. I'm just going to say that real quick to you. It is a treatment. I have white hair and it yellows. White hair yellows, right? Oh. So you have to use purple shampoo to get rid of the yellow.
Oh.
I haven't used yet purple shampoo since February, and I've not had to use it. So I'm just saying I don't know. Anyways, so yeah.
No, I didn't know.
I know.
That's great.
So I started first with the serum, the blue line, the peel, and the green line age defying moisturizer. Actually, I stole John's because he ordered some. And so he used, yeah. And then I went into, so now I'm actually in the red line, just like Brenda. I do it, yes, that the one, the nighttime one, I would steal his for the night because, well, because I didn't have the nighttime one, because I'm a girl who only washed my face once a day. That's all my mom taught me to do. She did it once a day, and that's all I ever did. And I never did any real skincare. I did moisturizer, soap, or whatever, and it wasn't very successful, obviously, because I have pictures to prove it. But so now I started, okay, so I started the blue line, the peel, the serum, the toner, and some moisture, one of the moisturizers, which I gave to John. And then John went and bought it, the nighttime one. So then I started using his, sneaking it, because I didn't want him to know I was using. I know, his face looks amazing. Anyways, so now I'm in the red line, and I think mine's exactly like Brenda's. I use it twice a day, and I use the green serum for my eyes.
Okay.
And then I put the BioShield over it. And then in the morning, daytime, I use the eye booster to help. I have had dark circles all my life. I hated them. Every time I looked in a picture, I had dark circles. I have a little, you see the shadow now. It's not dark circles.
No.
I don't have dark circles. And it's like, and then this part, the saggy part, where it gets all dry and wrinkled, I don't have that there anymore either. So I love it. It reminds me of laying in a lavender field right after it rains, and you can just, so I don't know, I just love it. I love the BioShield line. So I use that. I do put the recovery mask on at night over everything, about 3 times a week.
The sleep mask?
Yeah, the sleep mask. Mm-hmm. And then in the morning, I'm thinking, well, I'm just going to hang out at home. So I really don't need to do anything, because what's the lady, the lady who shares the skincare at Elevate, Versta, what's her name? Versta. That's she said that you don't have to wash it off in the morning. I'm going, well, if you have to wash your face, you'd be washing it off. So I was thinking she was saying you don't have to wash it off, so you don't have to wash your face in the morning. So if I'm just hanging at home, I just leave it on. My face feels good all day long. And I'm going to be 66 years old in next month.
Couple of weeks.
So I think my skin, I love my skin. It's like I have tried so many different things. It's just like the supplements, the different boxes of stuff. So this line, I love it. I'll never leave the red line. I'm going to keep that forever. And I use the apricot scrub too.
Good.
So, and the peel. I alternate between them 3 times a week. Mm-hmm.
Good, good, good. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to go back to the screen share for a minute and wrap up a couple more, and then I'm going to go to a couple more people. So in the essence of time, okay, let me get back to from the current slideshow. Here we go. Okay, so we love what this BioShield has done for us on all levels. That's my neck after just 2 weeks. That's why I mentioned the firming. Love the firming. Here's another couple of things to talk about. Eyes, right? The eyes have it. We like to get the guys, really, the dark circles are an issue. That's my husband there on the top, and just a couple of weeks of using the men's Power C eye gel. We use them both, but this one seems to be the one that we keep reordering. The women's is fine too. The eye booster, as you can see, that's what John used there on the left. That's just 15 minutes. So they're fast acting treatments, and then the men's line, we have, I'm so excited that we have product for men, especially the shaving issue. We've got a new shaving cream now and the aftershave, and it just takes care of any of those bump situations that have, even ladies who might shave certain bikini lines and you don't want the bumps, that stuff's phenomenal. Different treatments that we have, the recover mask we keep talking about. Look at that guy. Look at that guy from the first to the end. Now, obviously he shaved his mustache, but if you zoom in, which I can do for you, watch. Whoa! Look at how the creases are just not there. They're just not there on his forehead. I just love that. So that recover mask is something that, if I can get my screen to shrink now. Oh boy. I may have messed myself up. stop that one. Judy, I would love to hear from you on your skincare journey, what you like. And then right after that, we're going to cruise over to the nutrition side of things. And if you wouldn't mind sharing what you love about the skincare, what you've noticed since you started using it, I think that would be awesome.
Thank you, Carrie Jo. Well, you know, from the beginning, starting to use the green line, and most all of it was the go-to and what I loved. You know, I was one of those that kind of took advantage of the deal of the week or the deal or promotion of whatever that was new, beautiful, and wonderful, and not consistent. And so when we had the opportunity to actually have a line and be able to focus on that line and see results, that was huge for me. And so whether I love the little green peptides in the, and I actually still, yes, thank you. And so that still is one of the ones that I use. I have to say though, the Recover has been, I just think it's a little magic. I let myself, because I shared too many, and I let myself run out when we were on back order, and it's kind of like vanilla shake. You just don't want to run out. You want to, you know, keep at it and make sure that you've got a few extra. But oh my goodness, what do you say? You've all said it about the red line. I just find it truly that the water. I think, you know, I could take a bath in that.
Right? I want a 55-gallon drum of this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I really do love it. There's not any one part of it that I don't really enjoy and really love. And so yeah, it's made a difference, most definitely.
Where's the biggest difference for you? What do you notice the biggest difference in your skin?
Well, just the pliability. I mean, and
elasticity.
I think Cindy, we were talking about the dark circles. Those dark circles came from within, however. I really believe that. So I think it was just an indicator of what was going internally, like Dr. Cohen talks about.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're not talking nutrition, but I have to throw that in because I think there's a correlation. And what do I know? Dr. Cohen knows. But sometimes our outside represents what's going on inside. And the inside was not a healthy thing for me.
Well, let's just transition. You may as well transition since we're here. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I would start by saying, Carrie Jo, that I just recall one of the very first times we were around Dr. Cohen and had him here in our area, which was an incredible, amazing thing. And what he said was the inside really is what's going on in there is really represented on what we look like outside. The aging thing that's going on starts inside. And I mean, my inside was crazy. And I didn't know it though. I just hadn't been educated about inflammation. I hadn't been educated about alkalinity, acidity. That absolutely had never been discussed with anyone really. And so that concept just was like the lights went on. And so that began my journey, the health journey, because of, and I did share a little bit on TNT here yesterday. And because, you know, we all have journeys, don't we?
Yeah.
And they're just different. And but my story is one of, because of the nutrition and the recovery, and somebody willing to give me a bottle of it and turn my life around, get me off of drugs that I was dealing with at the time, get me in with plant-based nutrition to support what I so desperately needed. And I didn't know it until my world was in crisis. And then, fortunately, I had a friend that thought enough of me to give me a bottle of recovery, and began the health journey for me. And so, you know, I'm grateful. It's an amazing journey. Now, my passion is sharing, giving people hope. It's just been amazing the last 2 or 3 weeks, especially, maybe long, just a month, that, you know, there are not accidents and people show up in your life, and we get to make a choice. We get to keep our mouth shut, or we get to say courageously, you know, that this is what I experienced and I was not aware, and maybe this might make a difference for you. And so, you know, it is a responsibility, whether we like it or not, when we've been educated and informed. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I know you've affected thousands of people's lives across the globe with your story, with how the recovery impacted your life and got you back onto the road to better health. And now the way you take it, are you still taking 20 a day?
I am.
Look at that. Do you mind sharing your age?
75.
Shoot, I had you at 73. I lost a couple of years. Oh no, you lost a couple of years because of the skincare. Just teasing. Honestly, I lost a couple of years. I still thought you were 73. I don't know when 75 happened, but I apologize. Was that this
I
year?
probably lied to you.
Maybe you were fibbing, yeah. But you don't look it. You look fantastic. And I know you've got the energy of most 30-year-olds, you know, probably better than most 30-year-olds, because the way you run and the things that you do and the beauty that you bring to people's worlds. So thank you so much for all that you've done sharing. And as you can see from a couple of these pictures, this is a health made simple situation. That's what Judy started with. The other products are extra ancillary products to help with certain areas that we might need help in. And John, this gentleman down here on the right, lost his weight, has kept it off. He did another story recently. But I also want to go to Cindy, because Cindy recently started using this nutrition and having some phenomenal results with your numbers, your wellness numbers. Would you share with us a little bit, just as short as you can, because we're running low on time, but what you went through in the last, just since I guess February, when you started using the nutrition, and what the story that you shared the other day was phenomenal. So I want to turn it back to you, Cindy, to share. As a nurse, I mean, this is powerful stuff. So go ahead and share, please.
And you say you only got a couple minutes, you know I'm wordy. All right. So yeah, so have been going to a chiropractor and getting really well again in my spine and health, but I have Hashimoto's. It's an autoimmune disorder, and they also found that I had an adenoma on my parathyroid, which lives with your thyroid. And so my calcium was high, which creates bone pain. That's a symptom of it. Fatigue, just a lot. And the Hashimoto's flare. And then I get weight gain. I'm cold. I can't walk. If I walk, it takes days to recover. I'm going, I just want to be well. My spine is all back to normal. I want to be healthy. I met John Lawrence right there in that picture. And he turned me on to the recovery and the booster. Well, I didn't believe it. And then Carrie Jo, she says, just give it a try. You said you've been praying. The prayer part, I always said I was praying about it. I really needed to pray about it. So I was a skeptic. But I tell you what, I started with the recovery. This is my recovery first, and the booster right here. And then I added the greens. And then I added the H. And then I added the greens and the Yes Miracle Vanilla Shake. And yes, it's true. It's what's inside that gets rid of the dark circles. And I know that has to be true. See, my calcium was high. And it's like, how can I be taking a calcium-based stuff if my calcium's high? But I also had osteopenia. So, and I have GERD, which is Barrett's disease, which I have, which is precancer, which hope never turns into. But I've been on Prilosec. So Prilosec leaches calcium out of your bones. And the parathyroid is creating this crazy calcium level. And it's like, which one do I do? So the recovery is a magnesium base. So magnesium and the Hydro FX is calcium. So my body wasn't using what it was stealing. So I talked to my endocrinologist. She was good with the 1,000 milligrams that I was taking, which sounds like a lot with somebody with a crazy high calcium. But I tell you what, it kept me out of the crazy place of bedridden, because I know that's where I would have been, because the fatigue was horrible and it's tired and cold. And so finally I got the appointment with the surgeon, and I went and got some blood work done, not really for the surgery, but it was time. They wanted to see where my calcium level is before surgery, right? So my calcium level was still high, really high. And, but we threw in my lipid panel, and I had a lipid panel in December. And every time I get one, I just cringe, because I know it's always going to be horrible, because with Hashimoto's, your cholesterol, your liver doesn't work so much with the autoimmune disorder. It doesn't break down the cholesterol and the triglycerides. But this time, and I tell you what, I didn't start the greens or the shake completely until after Elevate. And I didn't do that because I was gaining weight and I didn't want to waste all this good stuff, and that was dumb. So I started that too. So I've got all of this together. So I knew it wasn't the protein shake and the greens that lowered my cholesterol. I know that it was this and this, these two right here. I just believe that to be so true. So anyways, my cholesterol, which has never done this, dropped 80 points in 3 months. My triglycerides dropped over 40, and all my ratios, you know, they do the LDL ratios and the HDL, were all within normal, and they all dropped from high, which was, I was headed to a cardiac arrest, you know, because that's what my biggest fear was. And I'm going, ooh, no, and after I had the adenoma removed, what happens with that parathyroid, the calcium drops, because now it doesn't make it like it's supposed to, was doing it. And so people go into like spasms and like a tetany and everything. My calcium dropped to just normal. I never had spasms. I never had tingling. I never had anything like that. Wow. And on top of that, my scar, my doctor looked at it and he goes, where is it? So it's like shea butter and the recovery. And it's like, I got so many compliments on my scars. Look so good. It's like, okay, it's a scar. Okay. But I'm so excited. So and then I was listening, I'm just going to throw this in, to Laura Berg. She is like a guru. And I started getting it more into the vegetable, the healthy eating, the everything. And I can't wait until November when I get my blood work checked again, because I am going to really think it's going to be even better. Nothing worked on my class, nothing. Pharma didn't work. I actually got hepatitis from the pharmacology, which I can't take. So it's like, I was just like doomed. I was doomed, and now I'm not. And so the alkaline, and then one more thing, I swear, just one more thing. So I know when I'm alkaline now, this is going to just probably make people gross, but you know, when women, we have urgency, we have to pee, right? And so you have that feeling, oh, I got to go pee. Well, when you're alkaline, when your body is alkaline, that goes away. And I promise you, I researched it, and it's true. When your body's acidic, you have urgency and you pee on yourself, just so you know. That's all I have to say. Anyway, that's good. That was
Thanks
weird.
for sharing. Oh my gosh, Cindy. I know
Yeah.
we've all got a lot of stories, and I totally
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah. I
humor
know.
and being candid. I mean, we're just women, sharing stuff that we know is there's an issue and there's a solution, a problem, solution,
Yeah.
problem, solution. So thank you, because your wisdom brings a lot of help for a lot of people, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
well, I hope so.
just one or two things that you said will probably trip triggers for people who go, oh my God, I never thought about it like that. So excellent stuff. Just to wrap it up again, we have this organic alkaline nutrition. Health Made Simple is our program that we like to call. It's actually a nutritional collection. It's actually the best value if anybody is looking to purchase the nutrition. The collection's the best value, where you can get all 4 core products: the shake, the greens, the booster, and the recovery, to get your body back on track again. So that's a phenomenal. We have the Informed Sport certification, which is great. And here's our new toy, Energy. Before I move on, I just want to, if anybody has a story they want to share with us about the Energy, that would be great, and or any other nutrition story that they want to share. I know a couple different people have spoke, but a couple of you haven't spoke. So this would be the time. Dr. Sue, if you've got something you want to share, Charlene, if you've got something you want to share, this would be an excellent time to bring up to speed. I know, have you played with this one yet, Dr. Sue?
I haven't. That's going to be my next thing to try, because my journey with Seacret actually started with Dr. Cohn all those years ago.
Right.
With the 7.2 and the recovery. I have chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, all of that autoimmune stuff. So it was the recovery and the greens. Like I make a green shake every day that would make a cow proud. So everybody should have greens. And I love having people put a pinch in with their animals' food. Or I had a large, big Labrador, and he liked the capsules. You could put it in a little chewy treat or something, and he would take those. And so the greens and the recovery were my introduction and made a big difference. And I'll never be without the greens. And so I'm anxious to try the Energy, because I'm very sensitive to those types of things. You put too much of something in there, and even though there's fatigue, there's also a hyper reaction. So I'm anxious to try the Energy to see, because everybody who I trust, like Laura Belg, said it's nice and smooth, and you don't get that rush that a lot of energy drinks and things do. So I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal for me. I think the most of the people, and I'll see if anybody else wants to share, the majority of people that are loving this are the women over 40, because we multitask, our brain never stops, and we need clarity and we need focus, right? And that's what we get from this. Would you guys agree? Clarity, focus, 100%. I mean, it's not a rush. There's not a spike. You don't feel like you're going to go jog for 5 hours. You just get back on plane and you can process. I call it a high-speed processor, just for people who've got a lot going on, or if you're muddled thinking. Who's got a story they want to share on this?
Hello, Carrie Jo. I am a huge coffee lover, and I know how bad coffee is for you. I know how it makes you acidic, but I love the taste of coffee. And it's not so much that I needed that punch always. It was just something I just really always enjoyed. But I know how bad it is for me, and I have gut issues as well. And I know that I was sabotaging my own health by continuing to drink large amounts of coffee, right? So when the Energy product came out, I made a decision that I was going to replace my morning coffee with Energy. And I'm a teacher. We were teaching online, and it was going to be a true test of that nice mental clarity and the length of time that it lasted. And I'm happy to say that it really did make a huge difference, because within 15 minutes, I just felt good. That mental clarity was there. I didn't get fatigued on Zoom teaching. It lasted most of my entire day, and I really didn't miss the coffee. I didn't get hyper. I wasn't, it was very smooth sailing, consistent energy. And I really, really saw the difference. I do still drink a couple of some coffee now and then, because I love it.
Right.
But I'm not like reaching for 2 or 3 cups every morning now to start my day, because I just make myself an energy drink, or I'll throw it with my shake and have it that way. Sometimes in the afternoon, especially in this hot weather, I've thrown it with some fruit, and mixed it up with some ice, made myself a little cool slushy for the afternoon if I
Ooh.
had tasks to do, and that's been real pleasant. But I can vouch for the fact that you don't get those jitters, you don't get the crash. You have a nice sustainable energy. For me, that's what I experienced, and I've really enjoyed it, and it's a nice pleasant taste, so I like it.
Now, so you put it into that slushy thing. Is that something you blend or you put it in the freezer? How do you do that? Because that sounds really fun. I want to try that.
Yeah, I just blended it. I was, it's hot. I can't do dairy, and so I can't do ice cream. And even frozen yogurt bothers me. So, and I don't really like sherbet because there's so much sugar in it.
Mhm.
So I was just looking for something for a sweet treat because it's been like over 100 for a week,
Yep.
here. And so I just grabbed some, the frozen fruit, the organic. It was dark cherries and blueberries and raspberries. So the berry mix for the antioxidant.
Uh-huh.
I threw some of the frozen fruit in there with some ice, a little bit of water. I threw a package of the energy. And then I also have matcha. I love matcha, and I haven't. So I threw a package of my matcha in there, and I just blended it up, and I had plenty of ice so that it made it slushy.
Oh,
And I've just lapped that up, and it was good. I did freeze some of it. It doesn't freeze well. You have to thaw it out for a little bit, before you can eat it. So it wasn't really like a
I
sherbet,
was
but
wondering if it would be like a popsicle or is it too thick, too many berries?
you could probably make it a popsicle. It probably would work. But for me, I don't know what else I would put in there to make it something like a, like sherbet that you could go grab and get a few spoonfuls. But it was just a nice, refreshing drink, and it was
Sounds great.
energizing, and it was healthy, and it was kind of fun. I enjoyed kind of experimenting.
Oh, that sounds fun. Thanks for sharing. Very nice.
Of
And
course,
knowing
Hey,
that,
Jo.
do you do it hot in the morning or just drink it in your shake?
I have had it hot, like you've recommended to me, and I do enjoy it as a hot tea.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Flare
that
tea.
is it's really tasty.
Yeah, yeah.
But for me, because I'm a simple person, I just kind of like throw it in my cup and shake it up and just get it in.
Got it. Good, good, good. Charlene, you're over there. I think you're driving. Do you want to share a story about what you like and what product whether it's nutrition or whatever?
Yes, I am pulling over here. Let me, there. I was on Interstate 40 because I'm in Tennessee, came down to visit family, and I don't do energy drinks. I've never had a Red Bull, a NOS, none of that stuff because it's horrible for you. It's got all the garbage in it. So I was intrigued when our energy drink came out. I thought, okay, I'm going to try this. I love it. I sometimes just need that little kick in the pants to get me going. Sometimes just like I'm 68, sometimes I've got like a, where's my brain? And I just need that for that. I don't use it for energy, so to speak, but I love the way it makes me feel. I take it within 15 minutes. I don't even realize it doesn't hit you like nitro or something that just, kicks you into gear. It works slowly, it works synergistically. And the next thing I know, I am going about my day. My mind is clear. I don't need, sometimes I think I need a nap. I think, no, I don't need a nap. What the world's going on with me? Take an energy drink. I love the way it works because it just gets in my system. I'm speaking for me.
Mhm.
Slowly, it does what I need it to do. It lasts a long time. Now I have learned I cannot take any energy drink after 4 o'clock. If I do, I'm up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because it just, for me, it lasts a long time. Of course, I love the recovery product with my knees. I love the hairbrush. There's just so many products that Seacret has. The nutrition is phenomenal. I've been with 2 different nutritional companies in my life. My last one was, it was EcoQuest Turn to Velar. I love their products. So until I met Seacret. So that's another reason why when Joe was introducing me to the recovery product, I thought, I'm already with something that I love. Why do I want to take anything else? But we didn't have anything like recovery. Nothing has worked like the recovery. And when I started using that, I thought, okay, this is for me. This is the nutrition company I'm staying with. And then the skincare, oh my gosh, the skincare is just, I love it. I just love the skincare. But I know that you're getting close to wrapping up. But the energy product, I love it. I like Brenda was talking about, I've mixed it with fruit. I've drank it in 16 ounces. I've drank it in 6 ounces. I've drank it warm. I've drank it cold. Actually, I've got some mixed up in my cup here on my drive here from, I left Del Rio, Tennessee, and heading back to Knoxville to my family, but I can't say enough about the energy. There's nothing artificial, there's nothing fake. Don't have to worry about any side effects or any bad ingredients because this stuff is good and it works.
Thank you so much for sharing. Always a pleasure to hear from you, Charlene. And I know that we have more stories, and each time we get a chance to hear from you, you've got another story to share. So thank you. And I know you've also had a lot of impact with a lot of people in your world with sharing these products and helping people feel good. So thanks again for all you do out there in the world. And I do want to get towards wrapping it up. You know, we're just past an hour, or just about an hour on the actual record time. So I want to cruise through this quickly. I'm going to wrap it to here, because this is something I wanted to share with people. If you're looking at this for the first time and you're learning about our products, there's two programs here. Obviously, there's a VIP customer program, which is if you're a customer this month, in the month of June, every month we offer a bonus. So for the month of June, the bonus is the Hydro Effects, the H, as Cindy likes to call it. This is our delivery of hydrogen in a time release, and it's actually a deal. Purchase with a purchase this month, it's only $26, so it's half off, and normally $52. And now you have an item that's something that you can try and experience for, you know, a discount. So any purchase over $99, a little pop-up bonus window pops up on the screen when you're shopping, and it offers you the shop bonus offer. So if you add this to your cart, it'll be added to your total. Okay, so anything over 99, you'll see that window pop up for this. And you know what we are offering for people to really know how to get their best experience here in world-class customer service as a VIP. All your product purchases start going towards points where you can actually start accruing product credit and then get product for free as you go. And then there's also a birthday coupon in your birthday month. So being a customer, we definitely spoil you. In this free shipping starts at $150. So any order over $150, free shipping. There's a couple things I'm trying to remember because they just adjusted. So we love that every month there's another bonus special available for our customers. So if you're looking at this and you're considering buying something from the person who asked you to take a peek at this, being their customer would really make their day, and you can help them out by being their VIP, and they can spoil you. Any orders that are done this weekend are all going in on a big drawing that I'm doing on Monday. So that'll be fun. I'll talk about that in a second. And we're offering any of those, also any orders that go in this weekend, I'm giving away a free sheet mask. So Seacret has a lot of fun stuff, and the sheet masks are awesome and easy for me to mail. So if you're ordering this weekend, when you're seeing this video, you'll be getting one of these in the mail. That's nice, right? Whatever your order is. So anything over $150, free shipping, you can get that bonus item added on for $99 or more. Any orders are going in for today are going to get, or in the weekend are going to get a mask from me. That's just my personal, gift to you for joining us. The second over here on the right is the Share Seacret exclusive offers. What that means is you might be looking at some of these items and thinking as a customer, I like all of this, but my budget is this. I've got a, champagne taste beer budget kind of thing. Have you ever heard that one? So what you can do, if you're excited about sharing the product or letting us share it with you and for you, we can do the heavy lifting. You invite a handful of girlfriends, and if you want to have ladies' night or brunch or whatever, you can invite a handful of people to learn about the products. We'll do the demos and share with them. And you can pick stuff up for free or half off as the influencer. So this month it's the shake. You can get that shake for $37.20 if you have 3 people who purchase through an influencer program. It's just a special link that we share with you. So it's a great way to get stuff at a discount, even as a customer, without obligations of being an agent. So that's just a couple of perks that we like to share with you. We always want to spoil our customers. And there's 2 options here. What's right for you? Some people want to be the customer. Anything over $49, your VIP, get that 20% off and the birthday credit. And lots of perks. If you want to look at this as a business and join our team as an agent, it's $49 a year, up to 40% off, earn some commissions, get some free product and phenomenal trips. And that is part of the fun that we get to have here. So I want to let everybody just really say thanks to everybody for jumping in today. And if you're watching this recording, thanks for taking the time to watch the recording. As we grow and build our business, it's important that we share things that are working. And as we are humans growing up in this world that's crazy, we're always, most of us are looking for solutions to challenges that we have. And so that's why we like to come together in community and offer the solutions that we have found in our lifestyle product line that we carry, our lifestyle company, whether it's looking good, feeling good, or traveling the world. We didn't get a chance to touch our travel program, but that's exciting happening with Seacret as well. If you could travel on want that 5-star resort experience at a 2 or 3-star price, connect with your agent and they'll let you know, where do you want to travel this summer? We can put in some searches in our booking engine and see if there's an area that we can save you some 40, 50, 60% on your hotel or whatever. So there's a lot of fun stuff going on in the world. Not everything is trapped. And even locally and domestics in the States, we've got a lot of fun stuff that we can offer. So some people just like to go to another town and stay in a hotel or a resort, right? And we can do that. So there's a lot that we offer in our lifestyle company. So thank you again. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything on my notes. Oh, yes, I did. So before I wrap it up, all right, I'm going to offer you guys something, okay? So if you're sharing this video with people that are brand new watching this, that's great. And if you're on the video watching it live, that's fine too. I've offered up a free bag of energy. So we love what this product has been doing for us. So I have a whole free bag here. So if you want to, and you invite tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a spa day. So those of you who wish to join me and talk about a little bit more of the other products, the Seacret treatments, the spa stuff we didn't cover today, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow at 1 p.m. Mountain. So that's 12 Pacific time, okay, 3 Eastern. And that is something that we're saying we're going to try to do it in an hour. And if you're inviting guests and you have the most guests show up tomorrow, you get a free. Okay. If you're one of our agents, I already told you the agents can get 2. But if you're a customer or guest, you can get a free bag, okay, by inviting and having the most people show up on our spa day. So it's a really fun Seacret Sunday spa day. We're just going to do it virtual. There's other products that I didn't get a chance to share today that we will be sharing tomorrow. Some of the ones that we normally demonstrate, we'll just save those for tomorrow. And I'm also doing a giveaway. So it's a big grand prize. So any orders over the weekend, okay, today, tomorrow, so through Monday. So what is today? The 25th, 26th. So the 26th, 27th, 28th, any orders that go in, customer orders, you're eligible to go in my drawing. And the drawing is for some treatment for the hair. So some Seacret hair care products. We'll talk about them tomorrow, but there's 3 items in there. One of them you can't even get right now. So they're very exclusive things to really go through the summer with the best looking hair, because I think that's a lot of things people worry about, right? Because it gets sun damaged and they're in the pool. And if you want to have the best treatments for your hair, I've got a great value, over $100 value that I'm going to give away for that. It's a drawing for any orders that are placed. Okay. Orders that are placed, go in the drawing. That's it. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, there's one story I forgot to share because Joanie was typing it, okay? After the thumb injury, she had an x-ray and the nurse tell her that would be that way for the rest of her life. She had a thumb injury. She took double recoveries for 2 months. So that means she took more than it says on the bottle, and for 2 months. And then she said, now her thumb is back to normal. That's pretty cool. Now, we don't ever tell anybody how to take it. It's just what we say is, look what's on the bottle. But Dr. Cohn says, what do you need to recover from? And you can't OD on this. So if you need to take a little bit more, it's okay. Joanie did that. And I know a lot of us have done that, and especially Judy. She likes to live on 20. So I know I digressed from the story. But that is really, I had to read Joanie's story because that's a whole nother story on the products, right? So what I want to do is I want to thank you. I'm going to stop this recording. If you're catching this recording and you're joining us on Sunday the 27th, same Zoom channel, and we will be having some more fun with treatments, and we'll be also doing our giveaway drawing. So I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you so much for playing with me today and sharing your information, ladies. I so appreciate it.